And only on Fox tonight, Child Protective Services fires an employee caught on camera telling a 14-year-old girl in foster care to be a prostitute. But that state agency said nothing about the video's existence during a recent court hearing. Fox 26's Randy Wallace joins us live from downtown with that exclusive. Randy?
Yes, Sherman, you would think the judge overseeing the 14-year-old girl's custody case would need to know about the cell phone video, but apparently CPS didn't think so.
You're gonna be a hoe, be a real hoe.
She's a mother of 9, and she does have a daughter who has had some behavioral problems.
That's why Keisha Basley turned to Child Protective Services. But then her 14-year-old daughter told her when she told a CPS employee she was hungry, that worker told her to become a prostitute. The daughter recorded the CPS worker on her cell phone.
I was there, been
because the worker had been in fact telling her, this is how you can make money. You need to do this. I used to do this, and you could do the same thing.
You're basically telling a child that lives in a hotel you can make $1,500 a day if you're a prostitute.
Right, and also it might be something you want to do if you want to eat.
When I saw the video with that lady, it's like my soul left my body.
I think that they're threatened by the fact that this video even exists. They know about it. They've apologized. The head of CPS has apologized about this. What they didn't do was tell the court that's dealing with this case that that's what's going on. Yesterday, they asked the court to dismiss this case.
Attorney Mike Snyder says Thursday CPS was hoping to dismiss the case and get the 14-year-old girl out of the state's care. That didn't happen. The girl is now living in a foster home instead of a hotel.
You don't have a therapist, they don't have a therapist. You don't want them.
The fact that they don't think it's relevant that their own agency is trying to prostitute a child, that's incredibly disingenuous to have a hearing and not bring that to the court's attention.
Now, CPS sent us a prepared statement. DFPS is aware of the video and has taken action. The person in the video, who was employed as CPS support staff, was dismissed from her position August 10th. The safety and appropriateness with which children in care must be treated is our paramount concern. Nothing less will be tolerated. Reporting live from downtown, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakathum. And man, what you just heard was a very disgusting, disturbing news clip of well, you basically heard it, man. Our children here are a prey, man. You know, I could almost do a series on why we just have to get out of here, you know, because even our own women, you know, you would think that there would be some type of mercy or something between Jake and his own people, let alone Jake and his own people and their own gender, man. You know, there's so much hatred going on. There's just so much wickedness embedded that you got this level of wickedness going on, man. You know? Now, I won't make this long. Let's go straight to the precept. This is Leviticus 19 and 29. It says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, all right, and the land become full of wickedness, man. This is what happened. This is what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right. And people think that societies just become that way overnight. No, they don't. There are particular laws that if you violate and they don't get checked, you become basically like a land that the Lord basically has to destroy with fire. And that's what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. It didn't just start off with them taking little boys. How did it start off? It started off with women wanting to be free, like the women's liberation movement. All right, them wanting to be free. Oh, I'm free to do with my body whatever I want to do. And what happens? They become whores. And then when one woman does it, the other women follow. All right. And when you have a bunch of weak men that allow it to happen, that allow their daughters to go and do these things, the whole land becomes full of whoredom. And what comes after whoredom? More wickedness, more sexual deviancies. Well, if it's okay to do that, maybe it's okay to have a woman in the temple doing it. All right. Now that we got that, it's okay to do animals and children. You know? And before you know it, everyone's giving over, because sex is a very powerful, powerful demon, man. All right? How many Jakes are getting put to death over that, man? Because they want some box. How many Jakes that won't come out of the hood because they want some box, man? So when you allow sex to just be completely liberated and do whatever they want, that's basically what whoredom is. Because whoredom doesn't just fit men and women; it fits all types of sexual deviancies that are basically against the righteous way, man. You know. But the scriptures say don't do. Now, what is she doing? The woman that's supposed to be protecting her is basically telling her to go out there and prostitute herself, man. This is crazy. And y'all don't think we need to get the hell out of here, man? This is Deuteronomy 23:17. There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Okay? So let me look that word up real quick. Male temple prostitute, man. And when you look it up for, it's the same word, basically. All right. That's Quadasha. All right. Another word for harlot, man. You know? So you're not to make whores of women, man, especially of our people. There's no love lost at all between our people, man. That's why the Lord has basically got to destroy this place. And Esau's got a system set up, okay, where there's a bunch of Jakes because they don't have fathers in the home. They're going through these CPS, Child Protective Services. They're going through these foster homes and being completely preyed upon, man. This is an article I found. Says foster care children are easy prey for predators. They disappear without a real search. So basically, they go into the foster care system and nobody hears from them again, man. What do you think this is? You think this is not intentional? You don't think this is disproportionately affecting Jake? Not that Esau cares, because he'll destroy his own people. It says an estimated 55 children will disappear from America's foster care system today. For too many, there will be no canvassing of the streets in search of them. All right. Now you see why the laws are so strict. Women are complaining about the modesty laws. You got to cover up, or you can't go around having 3 men. They scoff at those things, not realizing where things end up in society. You get a society just like you have today in America, where STDs are at an all-time high, divorces at an all-time high, the families are through. All right. There's no generational wealth because there's no bonding of the families. You'll have a family of 3 or 4. All right. And what happens with the family? There's no family home. There's no family land. They all go. The children all go up their separate ways. They go take on 3 different college degrees, get in 3 times the amount of debt, go into 3 different sectors that don't help each other. All right. They go pay 3 different separate rents of property that they'll never own. So Esau has employed the divide and conquer system on us, man. And Jake don't realize it. It says no pictures posted, no social media campaigns, not for these kids, because nobody cares, because the families are split. They took the man out of the home. So that's basically a wrap, man. What's that scripture that says, bind the strong man? Yeah, I've looked it up before. So Matthew 12, I believe. Yeah, Matthew 12 and 29, it says, or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Now he bound Jacob, man. He got Jake into gangs and drugs and gun running. All right. He's got you locked up in prison. And then you had a whole generation of just single mothers raising you, ruining you while they're feeding you poison, teaching you bullshit. So now you have a new generation of men that doesn't regard or value family or women. So it's just a vicious cycle now, man. All right. But you see where this is going. Anaya Walker was 16 when she went missing in late 2019. She was living in a group home, and her family says she was the victim of sex trafficking. All right, I'm not. This is kind of too spicy for YouTube to even say, but you know, this is you know, it is what it is, though, man. You know, 5 months later, her body, shoeless and disfigured, was found discarded on the median or freeway. It took the police 12 days to even identify. So look, in the past 20 years, agency have closed the cases of more than 100,000 missing American foster children before they were found. Tens of thousands are listed as runaways. Others simply remain missing, and the state has no idea where they are. So you see basically what's going on here, man. There's a lot of wickedness and sacrifice of going on that you can't talk about because it's a conspiracy theory, right? But when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, it basically tells you what was going on in the days of the Canaanites here, man. It was Wisdom of Solomon 12, right? You can read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12. I won't read it. I just want to make this quick. But read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 to see that same thing is basically going on today, man. But moving on to Job 24, it says, verse 3, it says, they drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. All right, because they're extorting Eve, man. She's following along with the whole thing. Yeah, kick the man out of the house. We'll give you some food stamps and EBT cards and Section 8 housing. And what does that do to the kids, man? You know, it says they take away widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. All right. Because you got a bunch of runaway children. A lot of times you can just find particular parts of different cities where it's just a bunch of kids, man. It's just a bunch of foster kids, a bunch of runaways. A lot of them are just straight up, just out there wild, man, on drugs, fucked up. But see, Esau doesn't like to show you his side of this society. He wants you to think that everything is all good. All right. That these things are rare and they don't happen that often. But this is a lot of and this number, these thousands, I believe it's in the millions, man, you know. But why would Esau come out and admit it? Because he's having a hard enough time trying to keep this shit under wraps, you know. Psalms 94. And 3, Lord Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all workers of iniquity boast themselves. They break in pieces thy people. All right, when you scatter them by breaking up the home, and you put them in foster care, you literally tried to pimp this little girl out, man. All right, now she's of age according to the scriptures, but still very young, no father. You know, through, man. It says, they break in pieces thy people, O Lord Yahweh, and afflict thine heritage. So these are the things that the elect will be crying out about, okay? Not a bunch of niggas, but we're hateful though. We're the only ones calling this out. Y'all up there holding hand in hand with Esau, mad at us for cursing out Esau, but look at what's going on under his watch. But we're the hateful ones. It says they slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Okay? Wow, man. This is basically it on that, man. I'll end it there. You brothers can read the rest of Psalm 94. You can read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 to just give you an idea of what's going on in the ancient world with the same thing repeating itself, man. But we got to keep praying, man. Like this is out of control, man. It's ridiculous. You see? So with that, hopefully you brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash Wa Abba Babal and Shalom.